Hello, my name is Baldauf, and this is my submission for the Ex-Aequo Emerging Artists Initiative. I have three pieces prepared for you today: BWV 639 by Johann Sebastian Bach, Invierno Porteño by Astor Piazzolla, and the Danza del Molinero by Manuel de Falla. I chose these pieces for a couple of reasons. One, I think that they work beautifully together and they show off three of my favorite composers and styles of composition. But more importantly, I think each one is representative of a different challenge that I've faced as an artist and had to overcome. BWV 639 is a hauntingly beautiful piece by Johann Sebastian Bach, originally written for the solo organ. And as a guitarist approaching an organ piece, we run into a pretty big problem right away. An organist can push down a key, and as long as they're holding that key down, that note will keep ringing, just as loud as it was when it started. But on the guitar, as soon as we pluck the note, it begins to fade. And navigating that problem is really difficult when you're trying to represent the piece as accurately as possible. And I thought it was actually such a big challenge that I thought maybe I couldn't do it. And I decided to stop playing the piece. And for about 6 months after that, that decision sort of weighed on me. I loved the piece. I thought it was absolutely beautiful, and I knew it could work on the guitar because I'd heard it done before. But I wanted to try it for myself again. And so I brought the piece back, and I worked really hard and thought really hard on how to make the piece work. And I think that I've gotten to a place where I'm really happy with it now. Invierno Porteño is a much more well-documented piece on the guitar, also an arrangement, but one that's been played many times. The problem there was more simple. I didn't have the technical capacity at the time when I first heard it and wanted to play it to perform the piece at a standard that I would find acceptable. And it's taken a lot of hard work to get there too. I had to completely relearn how to play the instrument to truly get to a point where I thought that I could perform the piece to the standard that I wanted it to. The Danza del Molinero is probably the one with the most obvious challenges. I first heard my professor, Ex-Aequo, play his arrangement of the piece a couple of years ago, and while I thought it was one of the coolest things I had ever seen in my entire life, I also thought there is no way I will ever be able to perform that piece. There are some things in it that are just absolutely ridiculous. And so a couple of years later, when I came to study with him and I told him I wanted to play a set of pieces by Manuel de Falla, he suggested that arrangement, and I thought there was no way that it was ever going to happen. But he told me that he thought I could do it, and I trusted him. And it turns out that he was right. And now it's one of my absolute favorite pieces to perform. So those are the three pieces that I have prepared for you today, and I really hope you enjoy. Thank you.